It's been 3 months of using the Google Pixel 8 Pro, and I have to say that I have mixed feelings about it. But before we dive into a juicy review, hi, I'm Olive, your host here at Versus, and I'd like to thank Hide.me for sponsoring this video. The Google Pixel 8 Pro launched only around 3 months ago, but it has already created quite the impression. Let's firstly take a look at its build and design. The phone has a smooth glass back, however this time around it's not glossy, which is actually pretty nice and resembles its fellow flagship phones. It also means less messy fingerprint residue, which is always a bonus. Although the phone is equipped with Gorilla Glass Victus 2, it's still quite perceptible to scratches, so if you want to keep it looking fresh for longer, then we recommend using a case. We have our classic solid aluminium visor, which not everyone loves, but it's Google's signature look, and I personally think it makes the phone stand out and look unique from its competition. The Pixel 8 Pro boasts a 6.7-inch OLED LTPO super actual display, making for around 489 pixels per inch. Of course, having a 120Hz refresh rate is crucial for top performance, and the Pixel 8 Pro gives you that, making the user experience top-notch and gaming very enjoyable. The scrolling and animations are consistently smooth with minimal throttling. It also supports HDR content and renders colors really well, making them pop whilst contrasting those deep blacks. This gives you such a pleasant and immersive experience, especially due to the large display. You now have the ability to create your own wallpaper generated with AI, which is quite a unique feature that the Pixel 8 Pro offers. There are many different designs and colors, and it can really make it feel special for the user as it gives your phone a personalized touch with a background that only you will have. Now let's take a closer look at the software and biometrics of the Google Pixel 8 Pro. What has stayed the same and what is new? The Pixel 8 Pro is equipped with the latest Tensor G3 chip, which is the third generation of Google's in-house mobile processor. From a day-to-day perspective, it will give the majority of users a smooth and satisfying experience. Apps open quickly and can run in the background for a long period of time without lagging. Spec Havoc gaming is also pretty jitter-free thanks to the high refresh rate, making your experience quite enjoyable. However, the big topic here are the AI features that are what makes the Pixel 8 Pro really stand out from its predecessors. Some of those include the Magic Eraser, which is a tool that can erase people or objects from your photos. This is for sure a handy feature, but although it can remove people or objects, it can leave a slight blur, making it kind of obvious that you've removed something. You are also able to move objects around, which works better, but I personally can't think of many scenarios where you would want to do this. Nevertheless, the feature does work well. Best Take is actually a pretty cool feature and works decently. I'm sure there are plenty of you out there who have taken group photos only to hate how you look in every single one of them, or perhaps someone's eyes are closed. Well, Best Take allows you to change the facial expressions of the individuals in photos. It's actually borderline scary how realistic the end result is, but let's face it, it has the power to turn a photo from unusable to album-worthy, reducing the time spent capturing the perfect shot as you can enhance it effortlessly with just a click in post-processing. Another feature is the ability to swap the sky in photos, which is undeniably impressive, but can be a hit or miss. Sometimes it ends up looking extremely unrealistic, but other times you would never be able to tell that it's AI. At first, web page summaries seem convenient, but the extent of their usefulness depends on the article's length. Generally, you're limited to a brief 2 to 3 paragraph summary, which most times does not provide the depth that I prefer. However, reading web pages aloud proves to be quite handy, especially when I'm on the move and don't have the luxury of sitting down to read everything. Google has done an excellent job in making this feature possible. It is also possible to get a translation in so many different languages, which is amazing. Here's an example of what I mean.
4 ways to stop a cat biting and scratching. Save animals with us. Commonly used as a way for cats to communicate with their owner.
Now you may notice that some of these features aren't showing up on your device, and that's because they are unfortunately currently only available in the US. However, I can show you a way that you can use them anywhere in the world. The secret is to use a VPN. Hide.me is one of the fastest offshore VPNs with 24/7 support and cross-platform access. Enjoy 10 GB speeds across 2,300 servers globally. With this VPN, you can set your location to the US and access all the features the Google Pixel 8 Pro offers. You can also navigate the web with a trusted ally, SmartGuard, proactively guarding against malware, tracking, ads, and phishing threats in real time. Plus, they don't store logs, ensuring your actions remain yours. And the best part? You can start for free. Click the link in the description to secure your online freedom with Hide.me. Simple, secure, and yours. The last feature I'd like to talk about is the ability to erase certain audio from any video. Let's say you record a clip where you're speaking in an area that is very noisy. I'm really hoping that it's working, that you don't hear the wind. Oh, it is freezing but beautiful. Well, all you need to do is import the clip and select which audio you would like to erase. For example, in this one, the wind. I'm really hoping that it's working, that you don't hear the wind. Oh, it is freezing but beautiful. I must admit, that's really impressive and executed with remarkable speed, a task that would typically require a professional to achieve. All in all, while the AI features are undeniably cool, adding a fun and convenient dimension to the phone, they aren't essential for most users. In typical scenarios, these features are not a necessity for smartphones, and their rather sluggish performance at times can be a bit of a drawback. Unless Google can significantly reduce the processing and generating time, I myself probably won't be using them very often. A feature unique to the Google Pixel 8 Pro is the Thermometer Check. I'm not entirely sure why Google decided to include this feature, as personally I don't feel it's something that will be used very frequently. It's also not very accurate and consistently measures the temperature of objects slightly differently each time. I don't know, maybe you personally find this feature useful, but for me, I really don't see the point. As always, the Pixel 8 Pro has an in-screen finger reader for biometric security, which isn't the fastest, but it gets the job done. It also has improved face unlocking so that now you can unlock certain apps, such as your bank account, with only your face. But it still cannot detect you if you're wearing specific accessories, such as sunglasses, for example. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the camera capabilities. The Google Pixel 8 Pro boasts a 50 megapixel main camera, but also comes equipped with a 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera, and it also has a 48 megapixel telephoto lens with a 5x optical zoom. It shoots video up to 4K 60 FPS, and to get a better overview of its camera performance capabilities, we decided to test it against the latest iPhone 15 Pro Max and analyze the comparisons. Starting with the primary camera, both phones excel in terms of sharpness and delivering a natural appearance. If we have to be really picky, the iPhone exhibits slightly harsher shadows and a cooler, greener hue, whereas the Pixel's shadows appear more enhanced with a warmer tone. As we know, iPhones are renowned for their color accuracy, and in this particular photo, you can see that the Pixel noticeably alters the color of the rug, as in reality, it's closer to that on the iPhone. Despite this, the Pixel excels in controlling brightness, earning it preference over the iPhone. Transitioning to shots with the main subject being myself, the iPhone outshines in ensuring well-lit and sharper images. However, in portrait mode, both phones introduce an awkward blur around my head, imparting an amateur and unrealistic feel. The iPhone marginally surpasses the Pixel in this aspect, as the Pixel's blur is excessively intense. I know that most people favor sharper images, but when it comes to selfie mode, I personally don't mind a slightly smoother feel. The Pixel provides this, as well as a more saturated look, kind of resembling a filter, which makes it convenient for direct sharing on social media. But yes, the iPhone delivers a more realistic image. In night photos, the Pixel imparts a cooler white balance, resulting in an overly blue appearance, whereas the iPhone maintains more neutral tones. Regarding ultra-wide shots, aside from minor white balance variations, both phones perform well with not many differences. At 30 times zoom, the Pixel performs outstandingly despite a slight presence of noise. At 100 times zoom, it still outperforms the iPhone, although the noise has definitely increased. Macro photos are always very interesting. The Pixel captures all details, but tends to underexpose, leaving the image dark and shadowed, while the iPhone adeptly balances illumination and saturation. Finally, moving on to video. After analyzing all the footage, we felt that the Pixel imparts a smoothed filter effect, even with neutral settings. Despite this, the Pixel excels in exposing videos the right amount and presenting appealing color tones. However, in non-face scenarios, the excessive smoothing renders the video somewhat blurry, especially when compared to the iPhone, which remains extremely sharp throughout. Notably, stabilization proves commendable, even in active mode during running sequences. When testing the benchmark, we continued the comparison with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, as we felt it was the most fair duo. On Geekbench 6 at single core, the iPhone scored higher than the Pixel, and it also continued to outperform the Pixel on multi-core. We decided to also test the devices on 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme, and the iPhone overpowered the Pixel. Lastly, we tested both phones with Antutu, and again, the iPhone scored highest by far. Finally, we need to discuss the pricing and battery life, as these are crucial points when considering which smartphone to buy. The Google Pixel 8 Pro starts at $999, which is definitely not cheap, but is less than a lot of the other flagship phones currently on the market. It has a 5050 mAh battery, which isn't perfect, but from personal experience, it can last a full day of basic usage. Have you heard that Google has promised 7 years of software and security updates? That's wild, but exciting, so let's see where things go. Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you are a current user of the Google Pixel 8 Pro, what are your impressions? Have you used any of the features that we mentioned? And if yes, tell us about your experiences. As always, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe, as we would love to have you be a part of our Versus community if you aren't already. If you'd like to check out any of these devices, then check the description for direct links. With that being said, we'll see you in the next video, and until then, take care.